Now, why would I do that? Well, you know, celebrate the fact that he's been bound. Yeah, and you know, it's blocked. It almost felt like a cheat.
I think I just saw one of Marco's sand crystals.
Skill trees. I noticed there were no good skills for me to actually buy. Sure, I could upgrade my current grade once or twice, upgrade my equipment, no problem. But I wasn't good whatsoever to something like current points at all. Here, yep. Just go to pro. Just go to pro. That's good, right? Annoying.
Just how many of you are there? What are you protecting? Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Sand crystal time.
I start yelling, losing my cool. If they did anything to you, I can feel the sand about to take over. And then they splash me with some...
Usually I'd run straight to a fight. This flying and dodges and blocks can be used in perfect harmony. But because this creature was using its newborn fetuses as a weapon, I had to be careful. One miscalculation would be enough to send me to an early grave. For this reason, I was trying
chemical. Don't know what it is. I'm trying my hardest to stay awake. I'm fading fast until I see black.
Must have used some strong stuff to knock out Sandman. But what happened to Kimia? Thanks for coming to my talk. Today, we'll explore how to get sand everywhere. Now that's a knuckle sandwich. All gone. That sand crystal is mine.
I wake up in some kind of dungeon. Lots of empty cells.
What was my path to Asgard? In that moment, my worst nightmare became reality as my consciousness went into void. Not only that, I was
You're not here. Are you okay?
Marco must have felt so helpless. Trapped. With no idea where his daughter was.
There was something smooth there. I was a little grumpy. All the three people walked sidelines and stood there and
Here we go.
Great section was fairly simple. There were a few issues I had to go on because otherwise I would progress, but overall I didn't have any issues. When I made it back to
The sand crystal. Cleanup never ends.
Listen, Spider-Man!
Did I just step on one of you? My bad. You guys had enough yet? Sand markers are exhausting.
They say their boss is coming soon, and that he wants to meet me. I'm not waiting around. Sorry to break our promise, Kimi, but I'll tear this city apart to find you.
Marco thought Craven's people hurt his kid. And no wonder he went nuclear.
Marco never got the chance to find her. I gotta make sure she's safe. Maybe there's another crystal over by where Marco's memory shattered in the first place.
Welcome to the stream, whoever's watching. Spider-Man 2, Ultimate Difficulty. Still pretty easy for me though, like my 10th playthrough. Ooh, we got a little secret over here. I have 2 accounts that are 100%. And I've even platinumed the game, so there isn't much I don't know about Spider-Man.
But where are my sandy friends?
Also beat the first and second game. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, he does whatever a spider can. Is he gay? Maybe, because of the woke mind virus. Oh yeah. This is, I'm gonna beat it. Damn, I beat it by a lot.
Crystal took me inside Marco's head.
Might be stuck here. There we go.
Those giant spikes, are they protecting the crystal?
Who knows? Let's find out, shall we?
It's working. Just need to keep it up. I don't think he wants us in here.
Okay, you know what? You guys get out of here. I should kill him all. Can I throw this? Oh, I can. Wow, that was like the fastest run ever. They only got 1 attack off on me.
I tried to be the best dad for you, Kimia. I really did. All I can do is hope they didn't get you.
Welcome to the stream.
But your mom's.
Glad to have you here.
I love you so much, Mia. We'll be together again one day.
Yeah, when I send you both to the afterlife. Fucking take that. Now I gotta go visit his daughter.
Hey, been calling you. My source at the raft told me Marco keeps repeating some address in Queens. Sending it to you now.
Oh, Queens is this way.
You should check it out.
Her mom's. Maybe that's where Kimi is. Thanks, MJ. Any chance you can get a line to Marco at the raft?
Hang on while I look into it.
Can't open the app, but can I fast travel? Nope. Gotta web swing the whole way. Somebody left the stream? Am I not interesting enough?
Okay, all set. Patching him through now.
Am I not fun enough to watch?
Sorry for my...
It says to go under, but I'm going over.
Thank you. Help me get my mind right.
I'm sorry you got roped into all this. Think your daughter might have made it to her mom's. Heading there now.
If she's there,
Look,
do me a favor.
it's the Burj Khalifa.
Give her those crystals.
Isn't it beautiful?
Something to remember me by.
You got it.
Dying or something,
Get that
dude?
normal life you wanted
It's
to,
fucking
Flynn.
depressing. I'm gonna try to web wing it the whole way. Boop. Into a boop. Time for the super speed. Boop. Boop. Go ahead and do a little fall animation into a giant swing. Then another fall. Ooh, that hurt. Damn, that was almost half my health. I do have swing and assist turned all the way down, as well as fall damage on. Just to make it a little more interesting. It's the postman.
She's okay. Wish I could do more, though. Maybe Pete's lawyer friends could help bring this family together again.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, back to 0 viewers.
Guns? Yeah, that's gotta stop. Spider-Man! Sorry in advance for turning all your illegal stuff in. Give me a break, Spider-Man! It's time to fight! Come on. More? Actually, can you guys come back later? I just went through a whole thing and I'm kind of tired. There's an ambulance not too far away. I'll drop you right off.
Oh my god, thank you.
We'll be there in a sec. And touchdown. They'll take good care of you here.
Bless you, Spider-Man.
And on the other side was a freezer. I was falling again, but who like
Haha, the bodega beef. It was already a...
Heard someone tagged your shop.
Yes, it was hideous. Until someone else showed up and painted over it. Such detailed work. Best thing to ever happen to me. Business has never boomed. No, bloomed like this.
That is gorgeous. Well, when you see them, tell them I said thank you.
Oh, here she is. You can thank her yourself.
Hey. Amit.
I transformed back into my son's body and somehow teleported all the way to Ironwood, which is a place in Jotunheim. And I gotta say, it was beautiful. Everything about it was amazing. To my surprise, there was already somebody else there, and her name was Angerboda. We learned a lot about each other, and she even told me how much she loved and respected animals. I agree. As cool as Ironwood was, there's really only one part to talk about, and that's the fight against Bryla, Angerboda's granny. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first smacked Bryla's ankles with my bow and realized that it did absolutely no damage to her, my heart sank. From the beginning until now, there was not a single boss that I hadn't been able to slap around with my bare fists. But as I tried over and over again to throw her off balance, I just had to accept that it wasn't the way to do it. Gryla was a complete monster. She did have one weakness, though. You see, the way to beat her is to attack her pot. If you can damage it enough, you can win the fight and continue on. This is all well and good, but I'm a little too short to reach it. Sure, there's counters around the kitchen to help me out, but Gryla never seemed to get close enough for me to actually do any damage to it. That is, until this happened. Every now and then, if I was really lucky, Gryla would get a little too close to me and I would end up going ballistic on her pod. This was a legitimate way to beat her, the only problem being that it took way too long. Sometimes Angerboda's granny would be a bit too far for me to reach her, and I would just end up wasting a bunch of time, so eventually I just started bombarding her with arrows. Now sure, technically I could have spent 6 hours beating her to death with my bow, but I really didn't feel like going down that road. So yeah, I'm gonna count this fight as a win. I can tell it was hard on Angerboda to go against her grandma, but it was hard for me to take away the one single happiness that poor old woman had left in her life. If not us, who else? As amazing as Ironwood was, it was time for me to go back. I really missed Papa Kratos. So I went to sleep, woke up in my old house, and there he was, manly as ever. Things were going good until some psychopathic Valkyrie came out of nowhere and started trying to kill us. The Valkyrie itself wasn't anything too crazy. I did die to her a few times, but her patterns were pretty simple to follow, so after a few minutes, I claimed an easy victory. But this Valkyrie, it was Freya. Oh my god, what a crazy and unpredictable surprise. I totally didn't see that coming at all. Apparently, Freya still didn't forgive me for snapping my son's neck in front of her, and she wanted me to help her free her from Odin's curse. For some reason, I thought this was a good idea, so, off to Vanaheim, I guess? As we made our way through Freya's homeland, she kept tossing passive-aggressive comments my way and even said she easily could have killed me if she wanted to. Yeah, okay, there's sunshine, don't get carried away. Anywho, Vanaheim wasn't anything too complicated. At one point, we came across a forest ancient who just so happened to be invulnerable to all my threats, physical and magical, and this was not a good thing. I did figure out that I could kill it with a charged-up slam attack when I was in my Spartan Rage, so technically I was able to beat it fist only, I think. Does that count? After making it to be a play, I could vulnerable to all my threats, physical and magical, and this was not a good thing. I did figure out that I could kill it with a charged up slam attack when I was in my Spartan Rage, so technically I was able to beat it fist only, I think. Does that count? After making it to the end of the realm, we were faced with Freya's binding spell. The branches of the World Tree were holding it in place, and as Freya went to destroy it, the protector of the World Tree herself, Nidhogg, was summoned. Great. So yeah, it's another fight. A really fun fight, but a long one. As I got further and further into the game, I started to notice that my fists were doing less and less damage. Nothing too alarming, but I was getting concerned about what would happen near the end of the game if this kept up. Anyway, Nidhogg was surprisingly able to be beaten fists only. There were 1 or 2 points where I needed to either freeze or burn the brambles around her feet to get her off the pillars, but those attacks didn't actually do any damage to her. And bing bang boom, the dragon was defeated. Freya was beyond excited. This meant her freedom after all. She broke away each branch of the World Tree with a smile on her face, and as the final piece was snapped away, she began to glow. It was both a beautiful and terrifying sight, because I knew she still wanted to kill me, but she then told me she didn't want to kill me or forgive me. So is this another one of those woman things I don't understand? I had no idea what that meant. Basically, we became BFFs. As we were leaving the realm to start a new life together, Hottie chased the moon away, revealing all the beauty that was hiding beneath Vanaheim's darkness. It was a refreshing sight, and together, Frey and I cherished the beauty of that moment. It was at that point in the challenge everything changed. You know Unda, that annoying little southern dwarf? Yeah. She wanted us to go find her armor for her. She promised that if Frey and I found every last piece of it, she'd give it to us for free. Now, normally this wouldn't be of any concern to me, but look, when warned, the chest piece says that barehanded attacks have a high luck chance to deal bonus damage and poison enemies, lowering their power level. This was massive, and I knew I needed that set ASAP. So for the next hour, Frey and I went around Vanaheim getting up to all sorts of mischief. It was a bit of an Easter egg hunt to find each missing piece throughout the winding jungle, but the moment I put that baby together at the forge, I knew I was forced to be reckoned with. Lunda's armor set was incredible. The amount of damage I was able to do along with the benefits of lowering my enemy's power level was mind-boggling. For the first time since starting this challenge, I felt good. That is, until my little prodigy son started to argue with me about going to Asgard. He had his little flip-out attack, made his way to the realm travel door, and found himself teleported to Odin's front door. Stupid Atreus was always causing problems. I thought he'd already gone through his little rebellious phase in the last game, but apparently not. So playing as a little shit, I got to the top of that massive wall and was left feeling young and scrapping behind a hill. I know it was great, no complaints about it. He even helped pull me up so I could reach the top. What a kind, respectable young man. Thor and Odin showed up out of the blue, and I began my tour of Asgard. There was a lot of fun to walk around with the Elf Father, and I was able to learn a lot. I even got to say hello to Thor's wife, or as you all know her, Odin's mother. Shortly after getting to know everyone, the Elf Father invited me into his office and told me that I was to help him find the missing pieces of his mask, the God of Thunder, and thus began the adventures of Loki and Thor. And really, there's not much to talk about. But to avoid this video getting too long, I'm just going to give a summary of everything leading up to Ragnarok because there's not going to be anything you haven't heard me talk about already. So basically, I went back into Kratos' body, got through some hijinks in Midgard, rode an underwater horse, met the annoying-ass Norns, acquired the drop-gear ring, got it turned into a spear by the Lady of the Forge, started Thor's hot wife for a minute, a comfortable amount of time, went on an epic adventure with Thor's daughter, freed Garm, the realm-eating wolf, and finally helped Father attempt to put Fenrir's soul into Garm. By the way, Garm was one of the most fun boss fights I had on this whole adventure. Sure, the guy had a lot of help and it took a lot of work and effort to whittle him down, but the moment I finally beat that mangy monk with nothing but my fists, the weight of the pure ecstasy came over me. Nothing could stop me. Not the God of Thunder, not the Protector of Helheim, and not even the Allfather himself. I was invincible. When I returned to Sigrid to tell everyone what had happened, I was told that Freya's brother had been kidnapped by the Aesir. So alright, off to Vanaheim we went, and the enemy was waiting for me when I got there. It was hard though. After brutally killing Spec Tiger, Wolf, that thing, the real battle began. Punch after punch, king after king, and the man was still in touch.
Wow. You're amazing. You know that? Wait. I thought you were here buying flowers for them. I wonder if they deliver. And sent. Okay. Easy. I hope those kids enjoy the autumn sunshine bouquet.
Punch after punch, kick after kick, and the man was still in punch. I couldn't believe it. No one had ever beaten my attack so flawlessly as him. So on the last pitch effort, I put my drop.
Missing Grandpa at Prospect Park. Oh, man. I better go check that out.
Here's the guy who got
Beginning text-to-speech call with Haley Cooper. The kids at the hospital love the flowers. Thanks, Miles.
Hold up. How'd you know it was me?
They were labeled Order for Music Man. Not very cryptic.
Oh, well, hey, I want to support what you do for them. It's really cool.
Thanks. You're really cool. Later.
What? Where'd those symbiotes come from? If you're gonna set up a secret close outpost, make sure the phone works, alright? Easy enough.
Everyone gathered in here assembled that night to relax before the it was held clear. Aside from the missions at the top, this guy changed team. My goal was to beat it. I put his arm off, and I put himself to death. I like the guy alive, but he needed to die. Mine was like so here's the goddamn the Bronx chance.
I could have fixed it.
So here comes the goddamn the Bronx chance. So I made an executive decision. It was time to begin Ragnarok. His preparation began. The only thing missing was to create Ragnarok himself. So it was open to Ragnarok. After so long and arduous battles, we eventually made our way to Suitor. To my surprise, he didn't want to help us. So I snapped him the chest. He wasn't looking in, plugged him in and was spit. Sure, it was a little scummy, but I was willing to do anything to make it great. At that moment, two Valkyries fell from the heavens. It literally took me 30 seconds to beat them. Ragnarok now stopped. Everyone gathered in Fear's temple that to beat them. That moment, two Valkyries fell from the heavens and attacked us. It literally took me 30 seconds to beat them. And boom, Ragnarok is now unstoppable. Everyone gathered in Fear's temple that night and relaxed before the big battle. It was a real tense affair and there was a lot of planning and preparation to be done, but not a single person was willing to back down now. It was terrifying, knowing that the war of Ragnarok may have been the moment that completed utterly filled me out. But I knew I had to try.
Spider-Man, thank you for coming. I'm looking for my Grandpa Earl. He kept talking about meeting someone here, and now he's gone, and... Can you please help me find him?
Any clues on where he might be?
Just this picture. He was staring at it all morning.
This looks familiar. Some kind of exhibit. This looks like it was taken 60 years ago. Around the same time of year, too.
I'll find him, don't worry.
Please hurry. He gets confused, and I just don't want him to get scared or hurt or...
Don't worry, I'll find him. That picture had some animal in the background. Maybe an exhibit?
No Grandpa! But let's see what I can find.
My wonderful Earl.
Yep, this is him.
Hey, I didn't find your grandpa yet, but I did find a note for him. It name drops a botanical garden.
My grandparents used to take weekend walks through the botanical gardens. That has to be where he is.
By this point, though, I was an unstoppable monster. The god Thunder himself had to be able to take me out. And this crippled fool, he's not yet even a sliver.
There's gotta be a garden in Prospect Park somewhere.
I'm sure. He had a lot of health, and beating him fist only made it a much bigger challenge than it should have been. But like every other boss,
If I could figure out what's in the inhaler, I could probably create a trail leading to Grandpa.
Cinder took it from him and annihilated it, sending his soul into the Shadow Realm for all eternity, and the world was
Let's see here.
Hadn't been able to take him by the trace my fighting him, but after taking him to the hill, I've been gone very long. I was easy to let Loki get away with that, though. I had enough of this bullshit, and at that point, I wouldn't have to think less than his life and body if I did it. So the battle began. At first, it seemed to trace my fighting him, but after taking away his first health bar and making a mockery of him, Frey joined in on the fight. By this point, though, I was taking his life and body if I did it. So the battle began. At first, it was just to trace my fighting him, but after taking away his first health bar and making a mockery of him, Frey joined in on the fight. By this point, though, I was an unstoppable monster. The god of thunder himself had to be able to take me out. And this crippled old piece was not yet even a sliver of a chance? Pathetic. Now sure, he had a lot of health, and beating him fist only made it a much bigger challenge than it should have been. But like every other boss over the course of this journey, Odin was quickly destroyed. Boy sucked Odin's soul into his little Bakugan ball, Cinder took it from him and annihilated it, sending his soul into the Shadow Realm for all eternity. The world was finally at peace. It was such a long journey. From surviving the Winter to descending on Asgard to the army of
Nice. Hey, your grandpa isn't at the gardens, but I was able to create a trail using his inhaler that should lead me right to him.
Oh no, really? Please hurry. He needs that thing like he needs lungs. Lately, I've been so busy. Sometimes taking care of him felt like a thing I had to do. But the thought of losing him, all I want is to sit with him. What's wrong with me?
Don't be so hard on yourself. Trying to keep responsibilities straight is tough. Trust me. I get it. You're doing your best. Shoulder touch!
I decided that if the final exam, I was going to make myself destroy all of Asgard by myself, and in the process, kill the all-powerful ruler of realms, Odin. So, would a Chris be able to do it, or would it disappoint me yet again? Find out. By the way, my Twitter's almost at 10,000 followers, so if we could hit that goal within 24 hours, I'd be happy. Now,
sorry.
I decided that my new man will be a good start. One thing you should do here, there was absolutely no hope for him. Well, apparently my son was a little better at killing than I gave him credit for. And we're off to the start. That is, until the sound of thunder could be heard in the distance. I gave him credit for it. Here, there was absolutely no hope for him. But, like, it wasn't even really fair for doing a bunch of simple deer. There was absolutely no hope for him. Well, apparently my son was a little better at killing than I gave him credit for. Things were off to a promising start. That is, until the sound of thunder could be heard in the distance. That was who I thought it was. Was over before it even began. I mean, look at this idiot. Here's one thing. The first thing to be able to protect the god of thunder, I was so good. Anyway,
I found him by the lake. I'll hang with him until you get here.
Went to bed.
You did?
I had a heartwarming
I'm on my way. Stay right there.
Hey there, sir.
Spider-Man? Whatever you think I did, I didn't.
Your granddaughter's looking for you, sir.
Granddaughter? Huh. Well, tell her I'll be back in a minute. I proposed to my wife here. Right here, where we sit.
Man, you're making the rest of us look bad. How'd you ask?
First off, we had to go to the zoo. Never met a soul who loved animals more than that woman. I was terrified. I meant to ask her if the meerkats. She said they reminded her of me. But my knees were knocking, man. I couldn't see straight. We left the zoo and just kept walking. Ended up here. She... If you saw her, man, just perfect. But clumsy. Nearly fell into that pond there. Face first. You ever been in love, Spider-Man?
Maybe.
It's beautiful.
I'll be very grateful.
Nothing more beautiful. Can I tell you something, Spider-Man? I know I'm faded. It's scary as hell. Thought I'd be ready, but nothing gets you ready. Nothing. When I'm here, it's like she is too. Like I'm living it all over again. All nervous and sweating and whatnot. And I look into her eyes and it's like I'm home. I was so nervous that day, Spider-Man. Almost didn't even ask. It's like I blinked and she's gone.
I'm sorry.
You said my granddaughter was looking for me? Let's go see her.
I should have guessed you'd come here. Sorry we lost track of each other.
It was my fault for wandering off. But Spider-Man took good care of me. Had a nice chat about your grandma.
Oh yeah? She used to love this spot, huh? I feel like I spent every weekend here with her, feeding the ducks.
I don't know much. I know that she loved
I know, Grandpa. She was always saying, Tasha, if you don't eat that sandwich, they will.
And I was already so proud of my boy's progress. Continued on exploring the
Tasha,
snow and the path.
you're funny like her.
Seconds to have a breather,
Too funny, kid.
Where do you begin? I mean, look at this idiot. Things were off. Absolutely no hope for him. Well, apparently my son was a little better at killing than I gave him credit for. Now the thunder figure in the distance. That was what I thought it was. I mean, here's one thing. Anyway, thinking back home, watching the train that guy.
Symbiote's cocky to be dragging people off the street like that. I got this. Clear out. All clear. For now.
Telling my traumatized son that he had just slipped on some ice and opponent and the boy was fine. Apparently, what really think you'd be able to protect me from the God of Thunder? I was so dead. Anyway, after making it back home, we watched Atreus' pet die, went to bed. I had a heartwarming pet who I thought of promising no hope for him. Well, apparently my son was a little better at killing than I gave him credit for. Things were off to a promising start. That is, until the sound of thunder could be heard in the distance. That was who I thought it was, and the training arc was over before it even began. I mean, look at this idiot. Here's one thing. With You really think he'd be able to protect me from the God of Thunder? I was so dead. Anyway, after making it back home, we watched Atreus' pet die, went to bed, I had a heartwarming dream about my dead wife, and when I woke up, my son was gone. With what was coming next, I knew I had to find him. But unfortunately, before I could do that, I was ambushed by the bush people who were living in my backyard. Because I apparently couldn't lift a simple log without these people being out of the picture, I had no choice but to wipe them out. Thanks for ruining Romulus. But yeah, after slaughtering the entire bloodline of those poor people, I was finally able to make my way to the end of the path, and before I could even take the second step of breather, I was attacked. Apparently, I had caught the attention of some masked bear, and it was clear he wasn't going to let me go easy. Because my boy was still missing, I was forced to vagina with what little weapons I had. The bear was a fierce opponent, and he did get a few good hits in here, and forced the masked bear, and it was clear he wasn't going to let me go easy. Because my boy was still missing, I was forced to take the giant out with what little weapons I had. The bear was a fearsome opponent, and he did get a few good hits in here and there, but ultimately, he was nothing compared to what I was used to fighting. Right before I snapped that bear's neck, ending the fight once and for all, it transformed into my son. I couldn't believe it. What the hell happened? I just tried to be so bad. I went through those moments. Nothing he wasn't used to, of course, but this time I didn't hold back even a little. After telling my traumatized son that he had just slipped up the night, not knowing what was going on, I decided to what for my son. Not now. Or at least, that's what I thought before he threatened me. Apparently, I missed some villagers because my little genocide. My son found something to donate to my ultimate smile on his face. It was very little since the boy was giving off the psychopath, but I was sure I'd discover things.
I think this is Pete's thing.
See, Miles?
Oh,
Time for some
God.
science.
Is that Child Protective Services? How did they find me? Exactly. The God of Thunder invited himself into my house and told me that I had to give up my boy whether I liked it or not. Hell, even Odin came to back me
These
up.
wind turbines are tiny but mighty.
If he didn't stay
Once
with me.
deployed on
They
high
had seen
altitude
everything,
currents,
but Odin came to
they
back
are a
me up.
potentially
Said it was in my
self-sustaining
son's
source
best
of clean
interest if
power.
he didn't stay with me anymore.
Eventually, they'll shuttle back and forth to
Seen everything
adopt.
to Odin's ravens
But right
and
now,
concluded
we're
that I
looking for a way to place these for an initial test run.
I think I can get these up to the right altitude with the web wings. They don't call it Brooklyn Heights for nothing. Here we go! Huh. Web wings alone aren't getting me enough lift. I need a little push. The intersection of Court and Montague is super windy. I've certainly lost enough papers walking through there. Let's use that as a natural wind tunnel. Fly free, little turbine. Kabam! One more. There we go. Great. They're all happily launched. I'll just head back. The turbine's been compromised? What? How? Need to check on that. Gotta get up there. Talon drones attacking the turbine. I've gotta stop them. You guys again. I really wish we'd stop meeting like this.
Yeah, always. And we were after.
Oh, really? I'm in your way?
Shoot it down. Get him on the ground!
Okay, that's all of them. Now to get this turbine back in place. Here we go. There, all up and running. I should make sure Dr. Wynn sets up some turbine security for these. I don't know what it is, but... I just love this spider bot. Huh, these don't look like happy plants.
Peter, I'm so glad you can help. Clearly we've got a failure to thrive, and we haven't yet been able to diagnose the reason. Can you sort it out for us? Thanks.
These plants should be doing much better. Something's making them sick. Water quality is crucial. I should analyze that. All right, my little plant friends. What's got you feeling so sick? Okay.
Welcome to the stream, party people. So glad to have you. Honestly, just happy to have one viewer, but having two makes me feel like fucking Sydney Sweeney. I'm just that popular. So if y'all want to rate, comment, subscribe, maybe become a members, send post notifications, donate to my Patreon. Just make me rich. Enough to pay, all I need is enough to pay the bills, just so I don't have to work anymore.
Huh.
You could do that?
Pathogen usually affects plants in the river.
I'd make you moderator.
But fish
Anyone who donates $100 or more gets
I
moderator.
just found our cure. Let's splice some genes. With a little genetic engineering, I can make you guys immune to this pathogen, just like these fish. Now I just need to get a cooperative sample. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Where are you? I promise you'll be back in the water in 2 shakes of a fin. This one
Never
won't
the
work.
first one.
Gotta catch another.
Sorry about the noise.
Come on,
I just got a
guys.
pizza delivered, so
Neighbors just need to borrow your
just
jeans.
munching down on some pizza. If you like chain fast food pizza, I'm telling you, Domino's has the best. Just get, I guess I gotta be on something. Thin crust, like an ultimate pepperoni. Extra cheese. And do the ultimate Pete lovers, that way, ultimate pepperoni lovers, that way you get extra oregano, cheese, and you get even more pepperoni than normal. Last one, gotta be you, right?
A perfect specimen. That's 1 slippery sample secured. Now to take it back and splice it with the plants.
What happens if I go too far away? Will it make me go back? Yeah. Sorry, I'm not too far. Okay, that was not a good whip.
All right, my leafy greens. Let's get you feeling better. Just gotta fire up that GMO splicer. Need to insert this fish gene.
Ooh, this is how real science and gene splicing are done. Pick your own video game. And by the way, that's not how atoms bond. It's not like each one has a different bond. They all have the same amount of electrons that can bond for the same atom. That's just science.
Let's see.
All atoms that are the same, like all copper atoms have the same amount of electrons
I know you can't understand
and
me.
carbons that can bond.
It's pretty cool. You're gonna make
So
our
saying
community
each
a
one of
whole
these
lot
is
healthier.
unique would not be true in the slightest. Each of these should have the exact same circle markings around. You wanted to get into real science, but clearly this is fake science. And then one more leaf and boom. I'm a fucking PhD grad. I wonder if I could apply to like a laboratory and be like, any experience? Yeah. I played Spider-Man, did all the gene splicing. First try every
Beast
time.
should be able to work with these.
I can totally
Can't wait
splice genes in real life.
to see him thriving. You'll be feeling better in no time.
Trying to do some more science.
All right, let's help out EMF. Where's that kiosk?
Hello, Peter. As you can see, these cassava plants are alive and quite hardy, but grow too slowly for food production. We want to hybridize them with a more productive variety and would welcome your help.
Cassava plants growing too slowly, huh? Better head to ESU. A professor there just discovered a new variety that grows impressively fast. They'd make a great hybrid. Their rare variety of the Asian cassava plant grows like crazy. and I'll only need a single leaf to splice with ours. Professor is always looking for practical applications. I'll be super into doing a collab. Oh no. No. Someone stole the cassava? I've got to track down the thieves before they get too far. Maybe there are some traces of pollen still in the air. Got it. Glad this plant is a wind pollinator. It releases so much pollen, I can see the path they took. Let's see where these pilfering plantsmen went. There it is. That's like a rock star plant with all that security. Definitely not trying to feed their community. Oh, look, a little seed in there. These thieves have no idea what they stole. This cassava's DNA could help us feed so many people. Just think of me as your friendly neighborhood famous flytrap. I've seen a lot of things stolen, but potted plants? I guess when people hear the word rare, they just want it.
We have to get him!
Better hope I don't get... When I'm through with him.
Now where is that plant? Couldn't walk far. All right, buddy. One quick stop at Feast, and then we'll get you back home. Glad we nipped this nefarious plan in the bud. See what I did there? Yeah, I knew you would. Wait, your name's not Audrey, is it? Parker, stop talking to the plant! Okay, now to borrow a bit of your super special genetic material to help your cousins grow faster. Okay, so we want some extra growth genes from our guest plant.
There he is!
Huh? Oh no, you're not touching that! That plant must be really special to you!
Get that machine thingy! So smart.
Did I say that?
We just followed you straight back. Pretty dumb.
Look out! Don't sit back and take it! Swing for him!
Let's try that again. Let's see. And there we go. The plant will be secure in this workbench until ESU can buff up their greenhouse. Feast will really be able to improve their crop yield with these new hybrids. see what Dr. Young is up to out here.
Peter, thank you so much for helping us out with our machine learning trials. Similar to what you did in the Emily May Foundation, we're now teaching our drones what to do in the wild. Once you get yourself set up, this recording will continue.
Okay, see, what they didn't know was that...
Okay, let's get up and running.
This is a two-part trial. First, you need to teach the drone what it should target to protect our bumblebee population.
Great. Let's train some bee drones.
Oh, and you need to do it before the drone depletes its charge. Sorry, we're working on battery life.
Got it. Let's go.
No thanks, bee-eating wasps. Who knew rats ate bees? Bee wolves, bee gone.
Rats sure will eat anything.
You've completed the data set. Now, in the second part of the trial, you'll teach the drone to identify and mark optimal nest sites.
Bee real estate? Here we go.
Look for the flags. These are ideal relocation spots.
Here we go.
I'm like a bee real estate agent.
A bee real estate agent.
You've completed the set. The drone will self-pilot home and upload the data. Thank you, Peter.
That should be some good stuff for the AI.
Help me out, there's not much to say. I had won the battle, and at least for now, my son wasn't available to help me out.
Hope Dr. Young finds it helpful. I guess black is the new black.
Guess what? She was super easy. All I had to do was sit in the corner with my shield as the trace whittled her down little by little. It was almost pathetic how easy she went down. The 3 loops was a great addition to my collection, and I was already so proud of my boy's progress. We continued on exploring the snow-covered land, fighting some battles here and there, and finally, oh, Jesus Christ! Why was he just waiting there like that? What was that?
That's a lot of nesting boxes. Good real estate.
Peter, thanks for your help here. As before, we're training the drones to identify predators like rats and beetles, so they can guard the bees' nesting boxes.
Okay, let's get things booted up.
Time for target practice. Bee bodyguards, Queen's Edition. Giving new meaning to Queen's Bee. Ooh, that's a big guy. Rat-a-tat, rat. Good one. This is a strange...
Unidentified predator detected.
Uh-oh, what's that? Better go check that out. Whoa, that bird. It's going after the nests, trying to eat the bees. Aha, Neuropody albicollis, the white-throated bee-eater bird. It's right there in the name. I need to shoo this bird back to wherever it came from. I wonder if this drone has a real-world mode. Cool. Now I can really encourage this bird to get going. If I can find out where it came from, I can see if there are others.
can't follow you if you don't move. Get going. Giving you a little push. Mush. Mush, Birdie. Keep it moving, buddy. Gotcha, Birdie. Can't have you eating up the bees of queens. Or the queen bees. So this is your home. You must have escaped from here and gone out for a snack. Got it. Okay, I think I'm done for now. The drone will pilot its way back to home base in no time. I'm not sure bee-eating birds are a citywide threat, but I'll mention it to Dr. Young. We should definitely program the drones to look for outliers like that.
The end of our little joyride brought us to life, which was exactly where Tim was supposed to be. More moving.
Okay, Dr. Young, bring it on.
Hello, Peter. Let's do one last training session. You know the drill. Help the drone identify predators as well as optimal nesting sites.
Just gotta boot up the drone. Let's do some target practice. Gotcha. Another one down. Bullseye. Yes. Let's mark those nest sites.
Got the bug? Yeah. Let's get it back to the garage.
What just happened? Did someone steal the drone? I'll head to its last location before it went dark. See if I can figure out where it went. No sign of it. Or anyone. Those guys said something about a garage. There's a few close by. If I can find the right one, I should be able to reconnect to the drone from the roof. Better start checking out these garages. No connection. Must not be this one. No signal. This can't be the place.
Telling you it's fine. Just a little stunned. It's not really moving.
Bingo. This is the place. Let's connect the video signal. What is this place?
Out of nowhere, the Alpha Queen regenerated as much for health and got back into flight. We were dealing with another Dreki situation. So, taking the L like a man, I got my boy to do as much as he could, allowed him to do the final blow,
And more importantly, how do I get in there? Lots of cages in here. More bees. I don't know why these guys are collecting bees. I know they don't belong cooped up in here. I'd better turn on that sonic laser. Let's kill 2 bees with one.
That bug packing heat? What's it doing?
Gotta shoot those cages until they...
What kind of bug is that?
Buzz buzz, my little pretties. Fly, be free.
They're all over the place.
Hey there! Let's meet our new contestants on Control! Safety mode! Fly home!
We gotta capture you, Spidey! Holy what?
I'll take this!
Spider-Man!
That's all of them. I'll definitely let Dr. Young know about this poaching operation. It's no good for the bees, real or drone.
MJ!
Hey, just wanted to let you know you got a package here at the house.
Okay.
I put it in the garage for you. It's from Norman Osborn.
Oh, interesting. Thanks for letting me know.
I told Andrew about it that I had it handled and I didn't need her help at all. Okay, I can handle it. But after 10 minutes of this, I finally threw in the towel and allowed her to help me. It wasn't my broadest problem, but at least I was still alive. Sorry, this wouldn't have been a problem for me.
Symbiotes are attacking those shoppers! Stay away from them! Where'd those symbiotes come from?
What's this? Lance and a thumb drive? They say you should never plug in a drive of unknown origin. But I know Norman, I think.
Peter! I put this together for you because I knew when we got through this crazy time, whenever we got through it, I wanted you to have this. And I wasn't positive I'd be here to give it to you myself.
Harry.
After the Emily May Foundation was destroyed by Craven's hunters, I went to see what I could recover before it got boarded up. In the box, you'll find a piece of bark from my mom's tree, and one of May's blossoms. And I thought, gene splice them together, you might get a hardy enough plant to produce seeds.
Well, okay.
Freya was our friend, our family. Using violence against one of your family members for any reason was wrong. As I tended to the fresh wounds I'd just given my son, Freya seemed to have a change of heart. Told me she'd reconsider killing me if I freed her from the realm curse she was under. This was great. Not only because Freya was super hot, but also because I didn't have to deal with my horse for the next few hours. Wait, Freya wasn't a boy. Was this going to be a problem? Well, I'm going to leave it there because I'm not trying to make this another 30-minute video, okay? So, will Boy be able to continue protecting me to the very end, or will everything fall apart in the next episode? Part 2 will be out next, so subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching. I hope you boys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of the Boy Only Challenge. If you didn't see part 1, it was the video uploaded right before this, so go check it out. So, starting the journey off of Anaheim, I was a little concerned about what would happen to the challenge. I mean, my boy had been taken from me, forced out of my hand to return to the treehouse with history. I was glad I didn't have to put up with him anymore, but did this mean that Freya would be replacing my boy? And would that even count? I didn't know the answer to these questions. But really, they didn't matter moving forward. Upon arriving in Vanaheim, things were looking good. It was a fresh new land, fresh new creatures. There was a lot to explore, and Freya, Brock, and I... Oh! Okay. Wait a minute. That meant that the only person who could possibly help me at this point was Brock. Brock was incredible. I mean, he was even better at fighting than my own son. One thing, he was fine enough to adopt, right? To be totally honest, I had expected Brock to be a worthless sack of trash. Someone who got slapped around constantly and would need my help at every turn. Just look at him. He didn't need me at all. We made our way to Vanaheim with Brock watching my back. Things couldn't have been better, and I was optimistic that the curse would be broken any minute now. But then, tragedy occurred. Brock was stolen from me, dragged into an unknown hovel before we even knew what was happening. Not letting anyone take that sweet angel from my hands without a fight, I charged ahead. And wouldn't you know, it was Freya's brother all along. That was good news, right? I asked Freya what he wanted to do with Brock. Why didn't he try and take him from me? After all, he was my property, and I owned him. All Freya could do was look down in shame as he told me that he'd seen how Boy and I worked together, and that he was jealous. Sure, he'd had Gunda, but she was so goddamn annoying that any sane person would rather throw themselves from the nearest cliff than have to hear her talk. So, when he saw us strolling around Vanaheim without a care in the world, an idea popped into his head. Kidnap the little blue man and turn him into a slave. Though I was tempted to save my friend and continue the journey, I quickly realized that I was low on cash and that selling Brock into slavery would probably be a great financial decision. So, Freya and I did some talking, we agreed on a price, and I was now companionless again. Now, I know that may sound like a human rights violation to you or whatever, but check this. New armor that showed off the my nipples. Was it worth it? Probably not. Freya and I decided to leave, and immediately out the door from Freya's camp, my bad karma slapped me across the face hard. An ancient blocked the way forward, meaning I'd be forced to get my hands dirty. Not wanting to accept this harsh reality, I tried my best to run to the nearest exit before the guy could spot me. But because the losers who voted this game made it impossible to run away from any fight, there was nothing I could do. I was hoping that maybe Freya could attack the guy in her bird form. You know, clawed his exposed heart until he gave up. No, of course that wasn't an option. From this point on, I had to fight so many people, it wasn't even funny. Fight after fight after fight came at me, and there was no one by my side to protect me. What was going on? I wasn't the killer. I was a manipulator. Why was I getting left right? Right as I finished questioning my existence, Freya and I came across the realm curse, which hopefully meant that I didn't have to write my fight after. But if this game made it possible to run away from any the nearest exit before it got worth it, whatever, anyone. Quickly realized that the man and turned him into strolling around Vanaheim without a care in the world. Jealous. Sure, he had Gunda, but she down. Why didn't he pull along? Stop, right? meant that the only person who could possibly mean that Freya would be replacing my boy, and would that even count? I didn't know the answer to this question. Really, it didn't matter. Move forward. Upon arriving in Vanaheim, things were looking good. It was a fresh new land, fresh new creatures. There was a lot to explore, and Freya, Brock, and I. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. That meant that the only person who could possibly. Brock and I. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. That meant that the only person who could possibly help me at this point was Brock. Brock was incredible. I mean, he was even better at fighting than my own son. I wanted him. He was tiny enough to adopt, right? To be totally honest, I had expected Brock to be a worthless sack of trash. Someone who got slapped around constantly and would need my help at every turn. Just look at him. He didn't need me at all. We continued our way through Vanaheim with Brock watching my back. Things couldn't have been better, and I was optimistic that the curse would be broken any minute now. But then, tragedy occurred. Brock was stolen from me, dragged into an unknown hovel before we even knew what was happening. Not letting anyone take that sweet angel from my hands without a fight, I charged ahead. And wouldn't you know, it was Freya's brother all along. That was good news, right? I asked Freya what he wanted to do with Brock. Why did he try and take it from me? After all, it was my property, and I owned him. All Freya could do was look down in shame as he told me that he'd seen how Boy and I worked together, and that he was jealous. Sure, he'd had Bunda, but she was so goddamn annoying that any sane person would rather throw themselves from the nearest cliff than have to hear her talk. So, when he saw us strolling around Vanaheim without a care in the world, an idea popped into his head. Kidnap the little blue man and turn him into a slave. Though I was tempted to save my friend and continue the journey, I quickly realized that I was low on cash, and that selling Brock to slavery would probably be a great financial decision. So, Freya and I did some talking, we agreed on a price, and I was now companions again. Now, I know that may sound like a human rights violation to you, or whatever, but check this. New armor that showed off both my nipples. Was it worth it? Probably not. Freya and I decided to leave, and immediately out the door from Freya's camp, my bad karma slapped me across the face hard. An ancient blocked the way forward, meaning I'd be forced to get my hands dirty. Not wanting to accept this harsh reality, I tried my best to run to the nearest exit before the guy could spot me. But because the losers who coded this game made it impossible to run away from any fight, there was nothing I could do. I was hoping that maybe Freya could attack the guy in her bird form. You know, clawed his exposed heart until he gave up. No, of course that wasn't an option. From this point on, I had to fight so many people, it wasn't even funny. Fight after fight after fight came at me, and there was no one by my side to protect me. What was going on? I wasn't the killer. I was a manipulator. So why was I getting blood on my hands? Right as I finished questioning my existence, Freya and I came across the realm curse, which hopefully meant that I didn't have to be alone anymore. Freya tried her best to destroy it with her talents, but before she could do any damage, we were attacked by Newbs. Sadly, this was yet another fight I had to do myself. That is, a little bit of half fight, Freya came in clutch and damaged the magical core enough to join me. Finally! Took you long enough! I was finally able to take a backseat from the action as Freya went to work, and my god, was that ever a mistake. It took her 20 goddamn minutes to take that creature down. 20 minutes! It was like being in Ironwood all over again. But eventually, she was able to do it. And though I had to do the final blow like usual, it was really Freya who chopped his head off, so that still doesn't count, okay? This meant that Freya had her freedom, baby. Hell yeah. Wait, Freya had her freedom? Oh, hell no. I prepared for the worst, pulling out my axe in case she attacked, but she didn't attack. Was it the double nipple armor? Or was it because of my charming smile? I had no idea. But whatever the case, Freya was now part of the team. And so we returned home. Huh? Excuse me? I had no idea what just happened, and it seemed like I was the only one who saw that. I think I was starting to go senile. Well, moving on from that, I walked into Brock's little shop and bought myself some well-deserved upgrades. No refunds. I guess he was, still holding a grudge about me selling him into slavery, huh? That's fine. That's fine. Especially when I'm not wanted. We returned to Sidrid's treehouse, and the first thing my little shit of a son did was start a fight with me. Apparently, he was sick of being used as my little plaything and didn't want to destroy Asgard. I told him that he had no choice but to listen to me because he was my son, that he was going to destroy Asgard whether he wanted to or not. I, old man, shuffled my way over to him and grabbed his arm, threatening to beat him within an inch of his life for that insult. But instead of curling up into a ball and begging for my forgiveness like usual, that little brat turned into a bear and made his way to the teleporter. Boy! I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, get back here! I couldn't believe that didn't work. God transferred my soul into the boy's body once again, and I found myself in an unfamiliar land. There were rainbows, there were seagulls. It was great. When I got to the nearby town, the local outcast told me that I was actually in Asgard, that if I was brave enough to climb the wall, Odin and Thor were likely waiting for me on the other side. I was so excited. What I was expecting was a magnificent kingdom with gladiators and chariots around every corner. Or maybe it was some kind of heavenly realm filled with unicorns, fairies, and hot women clothed in revealing tunics. There were so many possibilities. This was Asgard? Really? Christ, it was like being catfished on a date. Making my way through that shithole, Heimdall decided to start a fight with me, and it was here I started to develop my fighting skills. Asgardian after Asgardian fell to my impeccable battle tactics, and it was really looking like the people here weren't much of a threat after all. But then, Heimdall joined in, and he humiliated me so badly I was on the verge of tears. Nothing seemed to work on the guy. My normal attacks missed, my arrows were swatted away like nothing, and my wolf blade didn't do a damn thing. Heimdall was untouchable. Oh my god. I did it. I hit Heimdall, pissed that I was the first person. Oh, it was untouchable. Oh my god. I swatted away like nothing, and my wolf blade didn't do a damn thing. Heimdall was untouchable. Oh my god. I did it. I hit Heimdall, pissed that I was the first person in existence to harm him. Heimdall wasn't gonna let me off easy. Fucking forced to plunder my little boy ass before he showed up the same day. The Allfather himself even joined in to protect me. Get out of here. That was when Odin tried to sell me on the idea of living in Asgard. He gave me a tour of the training pit, gave me one of the precious few bedrooms in his home, and he even let me get all cozy up with his relatives. The old man told me that child protective services was on my side, and that staying with Kratos was a very bad idea. After all, what he had in store for me when I returned. Dad left me alone with my thoughts. We sat in that empty room for a long time, and I weighed my options. Was living in Asgard and abandoning my family really the best option? Sure, I was given as many books as I could carry, and getting to look at Sif's astronomically wonderful personality whenever I wanted was a major plus, but something about it didn't seem back to Kratos. The problem now was obvious. How on earth was I supposed to continue my boy-only challenge without my boy? It was a paradox that simply could not be solved. So, what then? Did I just throw the towel and call it a day? That was when an idea came to me. I would ask Kratos to be my new son.
I don't see how that would
Teleported back to Midgard and began our search for the Norns. Apparently they were all going to be able to predict the future of anyone they encountered. So if anyone knew where my boy was at, it was them. After getting through some kerfuffles here and there and making my way through a nightmare with no ray of help, we finally made it to the end of the road. There, right next to a magical lake, was a magical forest, and it was clear what we had to do. Thankfully, we were able to emerge just before I drowned, and just ahead, we met up with the Norns. I was expecting things to comfort me, cradle me like a newborn baby as they told me where my son was. But instead, they told me that Atreus only left because I was too abusive, and that unless I changed my barbaric ways, he'd never come back. Wait, they say the less abuse, threatening my boy? Obviously, the only effective way to communicate was to revive him. My father taught me that firsthand, so I knew it. Besides, if I didn't abuse him, how in the world was he supposed to get stronger? Having wasted precious time, we left that place completely empty-handed. To cool my head, I thought it'd be a great idea to go fetch some drop and spear. I had nothing better to do, and besides, it was time to get a little more bonding time in with Brock. Prayer allowed me to borrow him for the day as some sort of parting gift, so I decided to make use of it. Now, I know what you're wondering. Daunting. Brock's still open, and how is it for me? Well,
I knew you could do it, Pete. Now, you know those little bee drones we salvaged from the field studies? We just leveraged their relocation data sets to plant those seeds around the city.
You're some kind of genius, Harry Osborn. Let's get those bees working.
I know. It'll be years before we see the results. And who's to say where you and I will be a week from now, let alone years from now. Which is why I did this simulation to show you. So Emily and May will live on in the city, and, of course, in us. I love you, Pete. I really do. And I know the Foundation didn't end up going the way I'd hoped, but there's still no one I'd rather have tried it with. I bet by the time you get this, we'll have already started a new foundation. Just me and you. From scratch. Go us.
Go us.
Oh, one last thing. Don't. Little something. Wear good health.
After a moment of hesitation, he